Lately, I keep having this feeling that something is off. I don't even know exactly how to explain it. Nothing has to be happening directly in front of me. I can be sitting somewhere completely ordinary, looking out the window, scrolling through my phone, walking down the street, standing in a store, or just sitting alone thinking. And suddenly, I get this strange feeling that the world doesn't feel the way it used to. Everything feels weird, not necessarily dramatic, not always terrible, just weird. Like something shifted and nobody announced it. Like everybody woke up in a slightly different version of reality and decided not to mention it. I notice it in the way people act. I notice it in the way people talk. I notice it online. I notice it in stores. I notice it in the economy. I notice it in entertainment. I notice it in relationships. I notice it in myself. Something feels different. And the strangest part is that I keep hearing other people say the same thing. They can't always explain it either. They just say things like, doesn't everything feel strange lately? Yes, it does. Life feels less real somehow. I think one of the biggest changes is that ordinary life doesn't feel as solid as it used to. Everything feels temporary now. A business can disappear. A job can disappear. A social media platform can change overnight. A neighborhood can completely transform. Prices can jump. Technology can suddenly make something you've been doing for 20 years feel outdated. People come and go. Trends last 5 minutes. Everything is constantly being replaced by something else. There doesn't seem to be much stability. I think people need stability more than they realize. We need certain things to stay the same. We need familiar places, familiar people, familiar routines. Something that tells us this is still here. But now it feels like everything is constantly being updated. Everything is version 2.0. Everything has a subscription. Everything needs an app. Everything needs a password. Everything has a new policy. Everything has terms and conditions. Sometimes I just want something to exist without needing an update. People seem different. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm noticing things more. But people seem more distant. Everybody looks preoccupied. Everybody looks like they're somewhere else mentally. I can walk past 20 people and half of them are staring at their phones. Even when people are together, they're often looking at something else. You can see couples at restaurants sitting across from each other, staring into screens. Families together, everybody on separate devices. People walking down the street wearing headphones. People sitting on trains staring downward. It's almost like everybody is physically present, but mentally somewhere else. And I understand it because I do it too. My phone can pull my attention away from wherever I actually am. I can be sitting in New York while mentally watching somebody in California argue about something that happened in Europe. That's insane when you really think about it. My body is here. My attention is everywhere. Maybe that's part of why everything feels weird. Nobody is completely where they are anymore. The internet feels like another planet. The internet used to feel like something I visited. Now it feels like a second reality. Maybe even the main reality sometimes. People build entire identities on the internet. Careers exist there. Relationships begin there. Arguments happen there. Reputations are created and destroyed there. People become famous without ever appearing on television. People can make more money talking into a phone than someone working an ordinary job for 30 years. That's a massive cultural change. And we're living through it so gradually that maybe we don't fully appreciate how strange it is. A person can wake up unknown and go to sleep famous because one video went viral. A random argument between strangers can become national news. Somebody can say something from their bedroom and millions of people hear it before dinner. That's not normal, historically. That's completely new. And human beings are adapting to it in real time. No instruction manual, no training. Just here you go. Here's the entire world inside your pocket. Good luck. Everybody is angry about something. That's another thing. There seems to be this constant background anger. Politics. Money. Dating. Housing. Jobs. Technology. generations, men, women, corporations, government, education, social media. Everybody has somebody to blame. And maybe some of those complaints are completely legitimate